Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way, if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments, get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.
Yo, what's good, y'all? What's the word? What's going on? How everybody doing out there? Y'all already know what it is, man. We back again for the top of the week game, man. It's the Tuesday banger time. Y'all already know what time it is. It's Tuesday banger time. And I got one for y'all. That's a lot. Y'all know I got one. We ain't even got to talk about that. And y'all already know I got no problem making sure y'all get the Tuesday banger, man. There's no problem on my end. I have no problem making sure y'all got something to watch 3 times a week, man, from Staying Out the Way Trade, man. As long as y'all can keep promising me, man, y'all gonna stay y'all ass out the way, man. That's what I need y'all to do, man. You just have to, man. It's a great life on that side, y'all. I'm letting you know now, man. Everybody that's out here doing crime, whatever crime you're doing, you think you're getting away with it, you think you're living a good life because you got a little extra money this Christmas, whatever it is, man, I'm letting you know now, man. It don't feel good when you're away from your peoples on a damn Christmas, man. It's one of the worst feelings in the world because you feel like you can't do nothing to help no damn body, especially all my guys and women out there with kids, man. When you get locked up for the holidays and you're gone through these holidays and prison and all that stuff, it feels so stupid that you're not able to do nothing to support or help or provide or get gifts for your kids. It hurts, man. You gotta see them in the damn visiting room and eat a honey bun on Christmas at the damn table with them, y'all. I'm letting you know now, man. You must stay out the way, man. It's a great life on that side, man. Everybody be scared to be regular. Why? It's a great life. It's stress-free, man. You're not stressing about the streets. You're stressing about bills. You stress about stuff like that. Maybe how I'm gonna pay it, how I get better in life, for I can never have to worry about stressing about bills, man. That's what the regular life is, man. It's easy, man. You just figure your life out, man. You live it. That's it, y'all. You don't have to do crime to fit in with the Joneses, man. You don't have to, man. You don't have to be out here trying to do a bunch of dumb stuff, man, and getting yourself in trouble and leaving your family out here to tend for themselves, man. I'm gonna let y'all know, man, the most craziest thing, man, that I seen when I was in prison, man, is when I used to go to visiting room on Christmas and my mom would come see me. And I would see dudes in there with their kids, man. And I would see that they were happy to see their kids, but a lot of kids wasn't happy to have to get up on Christmas and drive all the way to prison to see their daddy or their mama or whoever, man. It's not a great feeling, man. So stop what you're doing right now. You're breaking the law. Just think about it. Say 2025 is where you're going to stop doing everything and stay out the way. That's all you got to do, man. Period, man. But y'all already know what it is, man. It's the Tuesday banger, man. I need everybody, man, to do what y'all been doing, man. Like, share, and subscribe. That's all I need y'all to do, man. And if y'all do that, I guarantee you y'all gonna turn this video up, man. If you new, turn this video up, man. Share me out. Let's get it. Like, share, and subscribe to y'all. Let's get it. 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 Let's go. But let's get down to business. Y'all already know what time it is, man. And the story I got for y'all today is called He Sold His Life. Crazy one right here, y'all. Like, this is a crazy one right here. I'm not even gonna lie, man. Like, y'all must understand that they have people in prison. And these people that's in prison, man, some of these people that are in prison, they really don't have no support. And if they do have support, sometimes they burn the bridges of their support. And then once the bridges are burned of their support that they was getting for all these years while they was incarcerated, they're going to turn to do other things, man. There's going to be all type of stuff that's going to be going on just so they can support whatever habit they have. Some people have gambling habits. Some people have drug habits. Some people have just doing whatever habits they have in penitentiary, man. Like, you have it in there, man. And I seen guys get all the way to the lowest point of their life, man, just because they couldn't support their habit, man. And things like this happen all around the country, man, in prisons, man. You guys, anybody, this is how it is, man. You have dudes in there that just get out of control with stuff, man. They get so much out of control, whatever they borrowing or whatever they trying to buy or whatever it is, man. When you in prison, I don't care how much money you get, man. If something goes wrong with your people on the streets or whatever, You can be left out back. You can be left on stuck, and I seen it, man. But with that being said, y'all, I'm gonna take y'all to 2007. We on Sussex 2 on this one, y'all. 4-building game, man. I mean, 4D on this one, y'all. And I can remember, man, being in that pod, but rewind the tape before I got in that pod, y'all. We got to rewind the tape back, man. And when I was in 3D, man, and I can remember a time when I had got the package on time, y'all, and I had ended up getting probably like, I think it was a little bit of weed and a little bit of coke. You know what I mean? I went half with a dude on the plate, so we split half and half. So I think both of us had an 8-ball. It could have been less. It was a minute ago. I can't remember. I know it was cocaine, but we ended up splitting the package, and I had an 8-ball and he had an 8-ball, and I had a little bit of weed. He really didn't smoke weed, but he had weed too. But he was in a whole nother building. But I had the package. So when I was in 3D, you know, I'm just doing what I normally do, man. Y'all gotta understand, I like to hustle safe. You know what I mean? I'm not one of those hustlers that act like I gotta prove something and come on the yard and blur it out. Yo, what's up? I got that pack. Yo, anybody trying to score, come holler at me. Nah, it ain't like that with me, y'all. I'm more quiet. I'm in the shadows. You know what I mean? I'm more so, hey, I'm hollering at my man in this building. Hey, look, what's up, dude? Who's spending money over there like that? Who got the bread over there? Who's spending the money? You know what I mean? He get with me, I get with him, I give him a cut. Fair exchange, y'all. I like to grind like that. Few dudes I know, I'll do business with them, but for the most part, I'm not in a rush to get rid of my work, especially the coke. There's no need to rush that, y'all. There's no need to rush that for several reasons. For one, I can just lay on it. It don't go bad for real. You know what I mean? I can take my time. I don't have to rush. There's nothing like that going on. I can just keep it in the cut. I don't have to serve nobody if I don't want to, y'all. Basically is all I'm saying. But I was just being smart in there for the most part, man, because I seen a lot of stuff go bad once you start like acting like you want to be the man just because you got some drugs. That was some of the things that I learned when I was young, that I saw the mistakes of guys around in Sussex 2 make. A lot of dudes, because when you want to become the guy and be that man that people calling your name and you know what I mean? You think you on top of the world, you still locked up, bro. You know what I mean? You still got to move right. You already locked up. You can't get locked up, come in prison and be in jail and don't move right and get locked up again. A lot of times it happens. I went to the hole. I'm not saying you can't go to the hole, but for the most part, man, if you want to hustle safe, you can hustle safe, man. A lot of times it be an ego thing. A lot of dudes be trying to act like they want everybody to know. I'm paranoid. I'm trying to get away with this shit, y'all. So I'm not really trying to act like I'm trying to prove nothing to nobody. But it be people that I deal with, man. Like, just basically, man. Like, it's just be certain people that I deal with, man. And I can remember it was a dude in my pod, man. It was a white dude in my pod, man. I'm not going to say his name, man. He was a cool dude. You know what I mean? But he ended up plugging me with this other dude that was his homeboy, that was a white dude, man. And both of them spend that money, y'all. I ain't even gonna lie. Both of them spend that bread. They like to smoke the weed. You know what I mean? The weed was kind of like their main thing, but they will do the dope and they will do the coke. You know what I mean? Now, on the compound where I was at, the white guys they usually the ones that spend a lot of the bread. It's like that on all the camps in Virginia, slightly. When I was doing time, I don't mean to be so hard on Caucasian males, you know what I mean? But y'all gotta understand, these are the things I witnessed. And in prison, the Caucasian males, like, I told y'all, like, it's all black in there, y'all. It's all black. Now it's all black with gangs in there. So it was like, I have heard recently that the Aryan nations are, you know, like the white gangs are running around now, you know what I mean? Not where I was at, you know what I mean? I didn't see none of them. I didn't see no swastikas. I didn't see none of these things. But in Virginia, y'all, I'm just letting y'all know that, like, people prey on the weak. And I'm not saying every white guy that was in there was weak, but usually the white guys are the ones that's in there that spends the bread. I'm not even gonna lie, man. So the dude he plugged me with, you know what I mean? He introduced me to the dude, went to the child hall, man. The dude used to work on the yard. So I get to talking to him and shit, you know what I mean? My homeboy that put me on to him, like I said, I'm not gonna say his name, man. But the other dude, man, I will say his name, the one he put me on with, man. And his name was Jerry, man, because if he see this, he need to know that this was wild, man. I don't know if he's out or not, but he need to see that this whole story was wild. But the dude, Jerry, man, me and him get to talking, you know what I mean? He turned out to be a cool white dude. I seen him a few times on the yard. He looked like he never really was into nothing. He just looked really kind of like he dealt with himself. Like he dealt with the dude that was in my part in 3D, the white dude. But for the most part, he looked like a loner type of white dude, man. He was like probably my height, kind of a little smaller than me. He didn't look tough at all. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not saying you have to look tough, but he really didn't look tough at all, man. But for the most part, man, like you could tell he was already bitten for a while. So when he introduced me to Jerry, you know what I mean? Me and Jerry had a conversation and he wanted to buy some of the coke. So we made a play, boom. I made a play with him. Everything went smooth, you know what I mean? Everything went super smooth. Me and him did business, you know what I mean? He wasn't the type of dude that'd spend hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars. No, he the type of dude that might spend his max $100. You know what I mean? His max will be $100. So he only want a piece or two, something like that. He wouldn't want like how other dudes I used to deal with, hey, let me buy the whole package. Nah, he wasn't on it like that. Jerry would just probably want a little something that he can, you know what I mean? I think he used to break it and sprinkle it in his weed. I think that's what he used to do. I don't know. Or maybe he used to smoke it. I don't know what he used to do with the coke. But he was a good dude to do business with, you know what I mean? Like once me and him started doing business and, you know, I was in 3D, I saw that he worked on the yard. I would be able to holler at him to run plays for me sometime. Like if I'm on the yard, like, yo, go get this for me, go take this to this. And he was cool with that, man. You know, it's hard to find somebody you trust to run stuff like that because a lot of the dudes that work on the yard, man, it be bad business dudes that go on your stuff. It be all type of crazy stuff going on, man. But for the most part, Jerry was cool. Jerry was cool, man, in the beginning. Like Jerry was done cool. Me and him did a little business. The time I had that the little coke, we did a little business. We did some more transactions when I had some weed a couple times. We did some business and he was just known for somebody that I did business with. You know what I mean? That was his whole MO. If he was somebody that I did business with. So through the midst of all that, me and him doing business, the last time me and him did business is when I gave him some weed. I ended up giving Jerry, I think it was, I want to say it was probably a spoon. It wasn't nothing, he wouldn't spend crazy buku money on weed either. But this was around the time when he came to me and asked, can he get something to commissary? So, you know, he do favors for me on the yard, y'all. Like, I ain't want to be like I'm being angry. Like, you know what I mean? Like I'm being petty. Like I'm being like somebody that, you know what I mean? I didn't want to be like that, but I told him hold on for the most part. So at this time, Jerry was in 2 building. You know what I mean? I want to say Jerry was in 2A or even 2B. He was in one of those downstairs pods in 2 building. But you know, y'all know I'm in 3D at the time. So I got him on hold. You know what I mean? I don't know if it was weed in his building at the time, but he was really down on my top to get the weed. And I'm just, you know what I mean? I'm telling him chill. I want to do it for him, but I didn't have a lot of weed at the time, y'all. This wasn't like I went and got the pack and I got an ounce of weed. No, a lot of times I would have weed, y'all, because I would buy the damn weed. Like I'll go buy 10 spoons from a dude and just have the weed. Like having 10 spoons in your pod, if it ain't no weed, is like you having a damn sack. And that's what I used to do. I'll make sure I have a little money on the side if I can be able to do business, and I'll buy the stuff if I can't get it. You know what I mean? So this is around the time when Jerry trying to grab from me. He trying to get it, and like he down on me, and I'm trying to slow him up, like, oh, chill. You know what I mean? So boom, he come out of nowhere and was like, look, man. He was like, look, he caught me again. I think this was like dinner time when he caught me. And I got him on hold because I told him I had the weed only because he had to go get the weed. That's the only reason Jerry knew I had weed. Now, I'm petty as hell with weed, y'all. I'm not even gonna lie, I am a smoker. I smoked my whole bid. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all, my whole damn bid. My whole bid. When I left the jail, I didn't smoke it from the jail, from receiving. But once I got the sussers, like 03, once we started getting moving around, I was smoking the whole bid, y'all. So like, I'm petty with the weed. I have learned that you can't sell your whole package. I'm not gonna be one of those dudes that, invest in the weed like I tell y'all, then I'm selling all the damn weed. No, this is what I would do. I would get the weed, something like 10 spoons, like I would tell y'all. I'm selling enough to get the money back that I scored on the joint. After I get that, I'm gonna sell some in the pod, which will probably be like 10 J's I'm gonna put in the air, let somebody sell it. Once they get sold, it's a wrap. I don't have no more. I'm not selling no more, I'm smoking all the way up until it's gone. Then I'm gonna try to get some more work. If I can't get to work, I'm gonna invest again. That's how I did my bid, y'all. So a lot of dudes used to be mad, kind of like slightly, because I kept the smoke, I kept the marijuana. So Jerry knew I had the weed. He really didn't know how I carried it for real, because we did so much business with the white, with the coke, and more with the weed, you know what I mean? So he knew with the weed, I'll look out for him. We run little jumps and I looked out for him when he brought the weed that I got from the building he was in. So I looked out for him. He come back and say he want to buy a spoon. I'm spinning him. Chill, Jerry. I got you, man. He down on my top. You know what I mean? He down on my top. Now, Jerry was one of those dudes kind of like, he looked like he was young as hell. I ain't even gonna lie. He looked like he was young. Jerry looked like he was probably like 24 or something like that. Like, and this was like my age bracket around the time, like 24, 23, 24. But I heard he was like 30, you know what I mean? And I heard he was down already like 8 years. Like he been down kind of like a little bit past since, I think he fell in 98, 99 or something like that. And I fell in 2000. But for the most part, he had looked like a dude that had his stuff together. He had looked like a dude that family looked out for him. He looked like a dude that, you know what I mean? Like he wasn't with no BS as far as when it came to paying his tabs. And that's why I did business with him, because I knew for a fact when you do business with certain people, you can tell how fast the money come, how the money come. Like sometimes dudes be so like desperate for to buy your stuff. They be like, yo, here go my people's number. Call my people's. And look, make sure she's sending the money. I'm like, I don't want to call your people's. No, I'll call her and make sure she's. And I have done that with Jerry. And I talked to his sister. His sister was super cool. You know what I mean? She made sure she took care of his business. I think his mom used to look out for him, everything, man. But I didn't think they knew that he was in here getting high. They probably knew he was getting high. It's been years. But for the most part, they like, long as he's safe. A lot of people, a lot of parents carry it like that, man. So I knew Jerry was straight, but I just wasn't trying to sell the spoon, y'all. I wasn't trying to give it to him. Like I like for real, I wasn't trying to come off the joint. I didn't even have 10 spoons. I bought maybe 3-4 spoons. I bought like 3-4 spoons. Now, what he's coming at me with, he's coming at me like, yo, listen, you know what I mean? He gave me a solid deal. Now, a spoon of weed back then used to go for like $25, $30. You know what I mean? But we are on a commissary stretch at the time, y'all. We are on a commissary stretch. And I told y'all, when you're on a commissary stretch, when I was on Sussex, this commissary stretch would be, you might not be going to commissary for 2 weeks, but if your commissary date falls last on the compound, that's another week. So you be on a 3-week stretch. So you won't get your commissary for 3 weeks on the last day, on the beginning of the month. So dudes in there, you got to be careful how you eat, smoke, all these things. So I smoke blacks. You know what I mean? That's all I smoke was Black and Miles around this time right here. But Jerry came at me with the sweetest deal ever. You know what I mean? He came at me with a sweet deal. He was like, yo, look. He was like, yo, Weezy, man, you do it for me, man. He was like, man, look, he caught me on the yard again. Jerry worked the yard, so it was easy for him to dog the bounty hunter anybody ass, because he works on the yard. He's always on the boulevard. He see me on the boulevard. He like, hey, Weezy, man, come on, man, let me talk to you. I'm like, what's up? I slow down. I'm like, what's up? He like, man, look, man, do it for me, man. I'm like, yo, man, Jerry, I ain't even got a lot of that shit, man. I ain't lying to you, man. I ain't got a lot, bro. You think I got a lot? I ain't got a lot. I said, bro, I spent $100, bro. He was like, man, come on, Weezy, man. I'm like, listen, man, look. He was like, look, I'll do this for you. I was like, what? He was like, man, I'll get you 15 boxes of blacks for commissary. He said, I'll order 10 and I'll get my roommate to order 5 for me. And I'll just give him something. I'll order something for him for that price. But I'll give you 15 boxes of blacks. Now I did the pricing. I did the adding in my head when he said that, y'all. Now 10 boxes of blacks used to go for like 30 something, I believe, like 30 something. You know what I mean? Now 5 more boxes, that probably comes out to even a little over 40 ball or something like that. So when he told me, I'm like, damn, like he paying more than what the spoon costs, and 15 boxes of blacks is attractive to somebody like me, because I never want to run out of blacks. I'm definitely ordering my own 10. Now with his 10 and another 5, that's a 25 ball. I'm gonna be loaded in there. Now I can start flipping blacks. And, you know what I mean? That's how prison is, y'all. Like you run across opportunities, and sometimes you gotta jump on it. Like sometimes you gotta jump on it. As bad as I told you, I didn't want to do this with Jerry. You know what I mean? Just on the reasons that I wanted to smoke all the damn weed, man. But I gave him the jump, man. Boom. I gave Jerry the jump. So goddamn, everything went smooth. I meet him. I couldn't give it to him till the next day. You know what I mean? So when I seen him the next day, it was like I didn't catch him till like lunch. Boom, I gave it to him. You know what I mean? He happy as a bitch. He like, yo, ain't no weed in the pod. Da, da, da. Ain't nothing going on, man. So after he dip off, I see my homeboy, you know what I mean? My homeboy coming from medical. We walking back the 4 building. He's coming out of the medical joint, walking past us. When I see him, I stop. So my pod is still walking. So I got a little space to talk to him real quick before my pod gets, like, before they start telling me to leave and telling him to go back to his building. So I see him and shit. He like, yo. He was like, yo, man, I seen you talking to Jerry and shit, man. I'm like, yeah. I was like, yeah, I've been rocking with Jerry. He was like, man, I seen you got down talking to Jerry, man. I was like, yeah, I've been rocking with Jerry, man. Jerry cool, man. He like, hey, man, listen, man. I'm letting you know now, that motherfucker owe everybody in the pod, bro. He owe every. I said, oh, you in this pod? He was like, yeah, we in 2. That's what pod they was in. He was in 2A. He was like, yeah, we in 2A. He was like, man, listen, that man owe every damn body in the pod, man. I was like, what you mean he owe everybody? He said he'll pay You know what I mean? He was like, man, but I'm telling you, man, like, dude pop up with the coke, he buying the coke. If a dude pop up with the weed, he trying to buy the weed. He on the yard chasing dudes down in 1 building, 4 building. He trying to get high, bro, at the end of the day. I said, but look, though, he ain't never played with my bread. You know what I mean? He was like, I ain't saying he gonna play with it. All I'm saying is that he owe every damn body in the pod. He was like, man, the man owe everybody in the pod, man. I'm telling you, man, he owe some psychos. He owe the gang members. He was like, man, that man owe every damn body. So now that's when I started like feeling like, you know, you don't want to take a loss of nothing in prison. That's how prison is. You don't want to take a loss of nothing. Never, ever, ever. You don't want to take a loss, especially when you give somebody something and expect more back. So if you take a loss, it's like you just gave this shit up for free. So I wasn't sick, but I'm always thinking ahead. You know what I mean? So I'm thinking, y'all, like, damn, like if he owe every damn body, how he gonna give me my blacks? But I'm like, he ain't gonna play them games because he was somebody that old and who was somebody that I didn't know he was this type of guy. You know what I mean? But if he was one of those type of guys, like usually they don't never last. So Jerry been working the yard for a minute. So evidently he pay his damn bill. That's what he usually do. He has to pay his bill. Nobody kills him. And that's what it is. So I wasn't gonna kill him any damn way. Like I gave him the spoon. If something would have happened, I would probably snapped on him, but I probably wouldn't have put my hands on him. I ain't even gonna lie, y'all. Like it'd be bigger fish to fry. Like if I crash out on him, even though if he would have been like, I'm bucking on you, F you, then yeah, maybe we would have had problems. But he would have kept spinning the I just would have been kept trying to get my money. You know what I mean? It's about so much you can do. But I'm feeling a little like, damn, why did I do the business with this guy? You know what I mean? Why did I do the business with this guy? Like, this is wild right here. Why did I do it? I didn't know why I did it. So boom, goddamn, we in the jump, man. Couple little days go by. I say a little bit of time went by. I wasn't trying to think about the Jerry situation. I'm like, he gonna pay me my damn money. I ain't thinking about it. So boom, 2 building go to commissary. When 2 building go to commissary, you know, Jerry worked the yard. Like he can make a move and get me my stuff. So when I went out there early, I ain't see him. You know what I mean? Now, dudes that work the yard, work the kitchen, they usually be trying to get their commissary ASAP so they can get back to work. Jerry does that. I know this is his routine. I didn't see him on the yard. The morning time we went to breakfast or when we went to rec. So I didn't know what the hell was going on. I ain't want to like overreact. None of these things. Boom. Goddamn. I see my man. We go outside for 2 o'clock rec. I'm like, yo, where the hell Jerry at, bro? I ain't seen him on the yard. I see you seeing Jerry, bro. He was like, shh. I was like, what happened? He was like, man, goddamn, man. That man went and got his commissary bag. He was like, man, niggas rushed his cell, man. He said, as soon as niggas came out, as soon as the doors popped, after it was done with commissary, man, he was like, man, niggas rushed his cell. He was like, 3 dudes in there, man. He said, goddamn, one nigga banged him up, bro. I said, what do you mean banged him up? He said, man, one nigga banged him up. You know what I mean? He said, niggas took his whole bag. Every damn thing, his TV, every damn thing, man. I was like, why did he do that if he got the bag to pay? He said, man, he owed more than the commissary bag, bro. I'm like, God damn, what the hell is wrong with this dude, man? So boom. I'm like, where's he at? He was like, he in the hole. I'm like, he in the hole. I'm like, how the hell is he in the hole? So boom. Y'all know I'm in 3D. So I have access to shoot to the hole. And you know what I mean? My job was I have access to go to the hole and talk to people. You know what I mean? Like when you're in the hole, the 3D people that's in 3D, we can leave our pod and go through the back door downstairs and we got to clean something, anything. We can move around. So I found out what pod he at, man. He in the pod downstairs. So I found out where he at. I push down there, you know what I mean? I get down there, I get to his cell. I go to this door, I'm like, damn. I see him, I'm like, oh, man, I hit the Friday jump, y'all. Damn, Jerry came to the goddamn window. Man, that man eye was purple. Like that shit was like this. The whole eye was in purple. Like right here, man, that nigga looked like somebody socked his ass right here, man. I was like, damn. He was like, yeah, man. I was like, damn, bro, what happened? He was like, man, dudes robbed me, man. He was like, it's nothing though, man. You know, like, it's all good, Weezy, man. I'm like, yo, but what about my blacks? He was like, man, I'm gonna try to straighten you out when I get out. I said, oh, so you getting out? He was like, yeah, I didn't want to go to the hole. You know what I mean? He said, I just didn't tell who to fight, who hit me. You know what I mean? This and that. So I'm like, damn, man. So I promise y'all, probably like 3 days later, you know what I mean? We in the pod, you hear, I look, I see a clock coming in. I see that goddamn, I look, I was like, is that Jerry? I look, it's him. Boom. So the first dude he meet was the dude I told y'all to introduce me to him, his homeboy, which is another white dude. Boom. Dude meet him at the door, they talking, I see him talking. I waited for a second and I go downstairs. I'm like, damn. I was like, you over here now, huh? He was like, yeah, man. He was like, I'm happy, man. I don't want to go back to 2 building, this and that. As soon as he come in, I look up, I look to my right. I see the blood standing over there by the payphone. They over there talking, whispering. You know what I mean? They talking, whispering. You know what I mean? Goddamn. All about 15 more minutes go by. Jerry go to his cell. They put Jerry in cell. I think he was in cell. Was it? He was on the first back wall. So I say he was in 6, 7. He was in one of those first front cells. So as soon as you go to his cell, the pod, those cells, you can, if their doors are open, the pod can be out in the pod and just look right in your door and see your whole cell, what you got going on. So boom, you see the bloods push over there. The bloods push over there. You see Jerry homeboy go over there. So they like, yo man, get the hell away from here. They push him away like, man, get your ass out of here. You ain't got nothing to do with this. So dude like, oh, he trying to, you know what I mean? So Jerry like, man, hold on, let's talk about it, man, and that, and this and that. So Jerry trying to explain what the hell is going on. You know what I mean? So I'm like, damn. So he like, look, man, goddamn, I'm gonna take care of all my bills. I'm gonna take care of all my bills, man. Like, I got it. I'm gonna take care of all my bills. The bloods want blood. You know what I mean? Like, they feeling like, okay, you didn't tell on their homies, because that's who ended up beating his ass. The bloods in 2 buildings was the ones that whooped his ass. So the bloods are feeling like, even though you didn't tell, what the hell, like they trying to extort them type shit. Like, that's what's going on. So I see them all up on them. So I didn't go over there. I'm not going over there to be a hero. Y'all already know that's the count. I'm not going over there, but I'm watching the jump. Now, he owes me 15 boxes of blacks, and he's in a pod with me right now. But at the end of the day, I still ain't gonna protect him over no damn $30. That's not gonna work. He had other shit going on in 2 billion that probably I didn't know about and I still don't know about. So I'm not getting in nobody's business to save Jerry on this one, y'all. It's not gonna happen. So I waited till the smoke cleared and I pulled up on him like, what's up, man? What's going on? Damn, you beefing with them too. You know what I mean? He was like, man, no, man, they hold me down there saying that I still owe and this and that, man, they trying to extort me. I'm gonna pay. I just gotta get on the phone and call my mom, call my sister, get some money, you know, go to commissary, and I'll get all this shit taken care of with. I'm like, look, I know you owe me, man. He was like, no, listen, man, I'm gonna give you 20 boxes of blacks for this inconvenience right here, man. I'm gonna give you 20 boxes of blacks, man. Just, you have any blacks in there to smoke now? I'm like, yeah, I got a couple boxes. He's like, can I get a box, man, so I can go to, I was like, yeah, I gave him a box, boom. He like, man, listen, I'm gonna straighten all this out, Weezy, man. Look, I promise this and this and that, this and this and this and that. So boom, goddamn, I look up the next day, he's talking to like an old head that was in the pod. Now, the old head that he was talking to that was in the pod, I'm not gonna say his name either, but this old head Jiggles, AKA, he messes with the boys, man. Goddamn, so when I seen him talking to this guy, you know what I mean? It wasn't a predator, like, the predator noise didn't go off on this guy that I'm talking about. You know what I mean? For a lot of reasons. Because he's always messing with the boys. This is what he do. He mess with the boys. He keep a boy and he mess with the boys. Now, white boys, I don't know about that. I didn't know nothing about this, but since he's been in our pod, when he go outside, he talk to the boys. He wasn't in the cell with a boy or nothing like that in our pod, because we didn't have no boys in the pod at this time. But he's outside mingling with them, you know what I mean? Jiggling with them. He's outside doing these things. So like, I knew this is what he did. This is what he do. So it never was a predator. My predator radar detector didn't go off on this guy. But at the same time, I had no dealings with this guy either. But when I look up, I see him talking to this guy. Jerry's talking to him. And when I see Jerry talking to him, I see Jerry like kind of like, yeah, man, like he's explaining something. You know what I mean? Then he walked away. And then when he came back, he was like, hey, Weezy, man. He's like, man, I owe every freaking body, man. He's like, man, I'm not going to be able to fucking live, man. I owe everybody, man. And I'm just looking at him like, yeah, you owe every damn body, man. Like, this is what happens when you want to get high all the damn time. Like, these are the consequences, y'all. Like, if you're someone that's in, like, that's out on the street and you have a crazy drug habit and it's not just marijuana and you come to prison, like, I'm letting y'all know now, man, be careful trying to run y'all damn tab up. This ain't the streets, man. Dudes value this shit way more than people value shit on the street that they selling y'all, man. I'm letting you know now, your ass will get hurt if you try to come in there and play with somebody's money, man. You like to get high, man. Dudes will do whatever, man. They not with nothing. So boom, goddamn, Jerry running around looking stupid as hell. He got the dumb look in his face, man. He got the dumbest look ever in his damn face. So, goddamn, I'm like, what the hell is going on? This dude, you know what I mean? I'm just trying to like wait to commissary, y'all. I'm trying to stall him out till commissary come around. Because when commissary come around, then maybe I can get my damn bread. So boom, goddamn, I look, the blood's at his damn door again. You know what I mean? This time the blood's at his damn door. I see one of the blood dudes walk out with Jerry Nikes. Come out to sale with his Nikes. He had him like this, and he had his 2 fingers on the back of the heel, on, you know, like the back of the shoes. He walking out, he like, I'm like, damn, he got Jerry Nikes? Everybody looking like, And then one of the blood dudes are talking to him, like, and Jerry went, sat down on his bed and put his state shoes on, man. I ain't never seen Jerry with his state shoes. The 4 strap jumps, the Velcro game, God damn it, them jumps, the low top black and white ones, man. The only time I would wear those jumps is to the visiting room. I would never wear them shits, man, ever, man. I hated those state shoes, man, but that's what they give you if you don't have those shoes, man. Jerry had Nikes. He took Jerry Nikes, man. I was like, damn, look at this shit. This shit happened slowly but surely, man. Goddamn. We go to commissary, y'all. When he came in the pod, we was already about to put the bubble sheets in, so it wasn't a long wait for him to go to commissary. Boom, we go to commissary. Goddamn, commissary about to come. Everybody happy. Commissary coming. Commissary come. Commissary come through that damn door. They get to calling out the names, passing it out. Hey, no, they call it commissary. Man, that's my word. Jerry ain't get no commissary. Jerry ain't get no commissary now. Did he get his money late? Did his peoples cut him off? Do we have any more money left? Nobody knew the answer to that, man. I didn't know the answer to that. All I knew was I wasn't going to crash on goddamn Jerry over the shit. I want my bread, but I'm not going to crash. Like, this wasn't a crash. I shouldn't have gave it to him. Y'all hearing the story. I didn't want to give him the shit, but I gave it to him. So this was one of them things that I want my money if I can get it, but if I don't, it is what it is, man. Once you get to own everybody and you're one of those type of dudes, like, what you going to do? What you going to do? You can't save this dude, man. So that's how I looked at it. So, boom. Goddamn, he didn't get his bag. Man, this is my word, man. Goddamn, I look up, I see the white dude. He talking to the blood dude in the pod. You know what I mean? One of the white dudes in the pod that mess with Jerry. He talking to one of the bloods in the pod. You see him, they walking laps. He really trying to have a heart-to-heart with the blood. The blood ain't trying to hear it. The blood, he listening, but he ain't trying to hear it, man. Next thing you know, conversation was over with. The blood squatted for a minute. They was chilling. I looked up. They shot at Jerry's cell. They go in Jerry's cell. That's all you hear is boom, 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 boom. You gonna get that goddamn one. You gonna get that goddamn. You gonna get that goddamn one. Jerry! His homeboy like this, like. His homeboy looking like he playing double dutch. He looking like he want to jump in. He like, I'm looking at him, man. You gonna sit your ass down. You know you're not jumping in. They in there beating Jerry ass. I'm like, this shit crazy as hell. I'm like, what the hell is going on here, man? I'm like, man, this is wild right here, man. I'm like, this is what you don't supposed to do in jail. I got a lot of stories about dudes that fuck money up and be trying to do this and do that. They get high. It's a lot of those stories. But Jerry was different. Jerry was a different one. Y'all will see soon. But I'm seeing these people kick his ass just off extortion alone because he owes every goddamn body, man. He owes everybody. He still owes dudes in 2 building. He owe me down here and God knows who else. I'm like, man, Jerry out of control, man. Sometimes you deserve the ass whooping, man, because you wildin'. Like, you can't live like that in prison, y'all. Owing people. It's a big no-no, man. You cannot do it, man. Violence will happen, man. So, boom. They beat Jerry ass. They kicking his ass good, man. And they came about that jump. And nobody got locked up. Nobody went to the hole. There was no police noise. There was no police coming in the pod. Man, they beat Jerry ass and came about that damn cell, man. Jerry was on bed rest. Man. That shit was crazy. I was like, man, what the hell? That's word. One day I was spinning laps. He couldn't come out for like 2-3 days. I'm spinning laps, y'all. Got headphones on and shit. I'm spinning laps. And I walk past cell 7. I look. I see him sitting up and shit. I'm like, because he was in the bed for days. I see him like, Jerry, I go to his door, his window. I'm like, yo, Jerry. He's like, yeah. I'm like, damn, man. He comes to the side, John, right here on the side, like, you all right, man? He's like, yeah, man. I'll be all right, Weezy, man. He was like, man, I fucking know everybody, man. I don't even want to freaking live no more, man. I was like, what you don't want to live no more, Jerry, man? Come on, man. He's like, man, I'm just fucking, I'm in the way, man. I owe every damn body, man. How I'm going to live like this, man? Like, how is this some way I'm going to live? Like, I can't live on there. I said, you should have known that. I said, you want to borrow everybody. I said, you borrow my shit, man. I said, you see, I ain't on it like that. I said, because I know you're going to pay me if you go to commissary. I said, but at the same time, though, bro, like, I ain't like that, bro. You did this to yourself, Jerry, man. So he like, yeah, Weezy, man, I know, man. But, man, my life is worthless, man. My life is worthless, man. I'm like, shh. All right, man. So boom, I left him alone, y'all. Went and walked the lap, kept walking laps, you know what I mean? Boom. Goddamn. 2 days later, y'all, the dumbass investigator came in the pod, man, and he pissed me and my roommate, y'all. He pissed me and my roommate. I was mad as a bitch. I ain't even gonna lie, man, because when I get pissed, I'm not gonna beat the test. It's a wrap. I'll try to drink the water sometimes, but a lot of times I'm not drinking no damn water, man. I caught the dirty urine, y'all. They pissed us, man. They came back the next day, told me pack up. I was out of 3D. I was mad as hell, y'all. Jerry down there, but I'm looking at that bread like, yo, like, all right, man, I'm gonna get my bread, whatever. But you keep, nigga gonna kill you sooner or later, man. You gonna die sooner or later, y'all. You gonna die sooner or later. So boom, I go to the hole, I do my time. I stay back in the hole this time. This when they dragged me back there, y'all. They dragged the shit out of me back there, y'all. I did 71 days back there, y'all. Man, they drugged the shit out of me back there, y'all. I was back that bitch forever. You hear me? I was back that junk forever, man. I came out little as hell, was small as hell when I got out the hole. It was wild, man. So boom, when they put me out when I got out the hole, I went to 4D. I go to 4D, y'all. I walk in the pod. I've been off the scene a minute, you know what I mean? I'm super washed up. I'm little as hell. I gotta go to commissary, you know what I mean? I done lost my business for the year, you know what I mean? I'm looking stupid in the face, but I'm happy to be getting out the hole. Boom, I go to 4D. I walk in the pod. Goddamn. I see Jared. I'm like, he in 4 building? I look, I seen him. I spotted him ASAP, like through the crowd. You know what I mean? I look. I was like, the hell? Now I see him with this black bald head, kind of big dude looking, kind of stocky looking dude, man. You know what I mean? I never seen this dude before. Y'all know I've been in the hole a minute. Like he could have just came on the compound. I don't know who the hell he was. I see him with him. You know what I mean? I'm like, damn. So I ain't gonna make no scene, you know what I mean? So I'm coming to jump my man. He's like, oh shit, Weezy, what's good? I'm like, damn right, bitch, I'm out the hole, bitch. You already know the count. What's good, nigga? I need something to smoke. Who got something to smoke? Nigga like, yo, got you, bro. Go ahead and put your shit up, man. He's like, what cell you going to, bro? I'm going to 26. Nigga like, bet. Goddamn, I go out there and put my shit up. Jerry still ain't see me. You know what I mean? Goddamn, I go up the steps, boom. I go out there and put my stuff up. Homeboy, he come to the jump. He like, yo, goddamn, boy, you gonna like this part. This part sweet, bro. They gamble, money up here, all type of shit. I'm like, for real? I was like, yo, look. That white dude, Jerry, man. I was like, the white dude, he was like, oh, the white dude, you know him? I was like, yeah, I was in 3D with him. I said, and he do business with me. He was in 2 building last year. He was like, yeah. He was like, yo, dude, wow, man. He was like, yo, dude, wild as shit. And I'm like, what you mean? He was like, man, dude, wild as shit, man. He was like, man, that nigga get high as a bitch, man. He was like, man, I promise you on everything I love. He said, man, this nigga belong to goddamn Dub. I'm like, Dub? He said, the big bald head dude, man, he belonged to him. I said, what you mean he belonged to him? He said, man, I promise you, man. He said, man, probably about a month or 2 ago, man. He said, when he got him moved over here, he said, man, that man went on the yard and that man paid off all his debts. He paid his debts off to the Bloods. He paid his debts off to the dudes he used to work on the yard with. He paid his debts off to the dudes that was in that 2 building part and dudes in 3 building. I was like, but he owed me. He was like, shit, we need to holler at him because hollering at Jared, it ain't gonna work. You gotta holler at the dude Dub. I'm like, the dude, I was like, what the? I was like, damn. I was like, so you mean like, he owns him? He was like, man, listen, he owned Jerry ass, man. He was like, man, he owned that guy, man. When he was telling me this whole sick story, y'all, the only thing that was going through my head was, he sold his life? But you gotta stay tuned, man. I got part 2 coming soon, y'all. Don't go nowhere. We be back in a second. Let's get it.
Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way, if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way, if you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous. Did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments can pay for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.